Ohioans are a proud people, and to shrink in the face of challenge would betray our better nature, our spirit of innovation, creativity, and determination. So to achieve $2 billion in savings, I scaled back the size of our state workforce to the level that it was during the time of the Reagan administration. I have reluctantly closed mental health facilities and other state institutions. And though most state agency budgets absorb cuts to reach that $2 billion figure, I required that state agencies reduce administrative expenses even more. Put simply, we have already resized state government while doing our best to protect the most vulnerable Ohioans. Others have been willing to share in the sacrifice. The state bargaining union employees have agreed to no pay increases for the next 2 years, and all state employees will take 10 cost-saving days without pay, in each of the next 2 years. So state employees across the board will take pay cuts in the next 2 years. Both the House and the Ohio House and the Ohio Senate have put forth budget proposals that would reduce their operations by 10%. I want every state employee to know how much we honor the work they do every day, and to know that we appreciate how difficult this will be for each of them. As governor, I have tried to lead by example. I have refused to accept pay raises myself, and will dock my own pay in line with the pay reductions that state employee unions have agreed to. I continue to pay for my health care and my wife's health care out of our own pockets, as I have been. I don't say this to sound sanctimonious. I simply believe that public leaders have a common sense responsibility to the people they have been elected to represent. But even after we have taken all of these fiscally responsible steps, an additional budget gap of $3.2 billion or more in the next budget must be addressed during the next 11 days through the Legislative Conference Committee that is currently underway. I'd like to put that figure in perspective for Ohioans so that they can better understand what a shortfall of that size means, especially after we have already reduced the current state budget by nearly $2 billion and plan to make use of the state's rainy day fund to fill an additional budget gap by the end of this month. While the $3.2 billion is a portion of the $54 billion state budget, it is a significant portion when compared to what I'll call the uncommitted balance. This uncommitted balance is everything left after you account for nearly 81% of the state budget, which provides for the state's share of education, Medicare, prisons, and youth services, as well as paying interest on the state's limited debt. In certain cases, Ohio is legally bound to provide certain levels of funding for prisons, youth services, and Medicaid, either because of federal law or as a result of court orders.